No. You weren't there for graduation. You weren't there for dances, for prom. I feel like it's completely like missing out on my life.
But I was chasing happiness too for myself. That's what I got caught up in.
All right. That's what he got caught up in. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Singer Ari Lennox confronts her deadbeat baby daddy, her deadbeat father, and this is what he had to say. Welcome to the show, you guys. I am your host, Kelvin Troy Johnson. I'm a dating and relationship coach known as the Love Coach of Atlanta. I was a men's counselor for 17 years, turned love coach, and this is the conversations that we want to have over here. We're having conversations over here that nobody else is having. Let them all talk about, single mothers this and all the people that and women this, and let them. I'm letting them do all that. We're going deeper. We're not on the men's side. I'm not on the women's side. I'm on that side of helping and healing people. So today, you guys, we got one right here. We're going to talk about it, man, because there's a lot of people who have dealt with a father who was absent. I know y'all don't want to talk about it, but people are still dealing with issues and trauma from their childhood from an absentee father. Much of what we're dealing with today is as a result of an absentee father. Let's get into it today. You guys hit that like button right now. I need everybody to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button right now. Let's go.
So you got what you accomplished. You feel okay? No.
No, because the reason
because I'm off child support.
No, the reason
Let's take a shot today.
No.
That's bullshit. I feel like coming here and getting his side and hearing his truth is just kind of like a letdown for me.
Even though I don't see you physically like we doing now, I'm strolling through Instagram and then I see a picture of you. I'm like, oh, okay, she doing all right. I don't even have to communicate with her. Damn, so that's
my man is just as lost in the sauce as he can be. So this is Ari Lennox, Ari Fletcher, and she is a singer. She sang that song Pressure. Pressure. I don't know any words to any songs, but she's a singer. And she's here at the table with her father. Now, with her father, you can just see that and just hear what the situation is. It sounds like to me that he was one of those fathers who went and worked, right? His idea was, I'm going to take care of my children by working. And he put all his time into working and working and working and never around. So he was a dollar daddy, right? He was a dollar daddy, but he wasn't a present father. So in his mind, he feels like he did his job because they had food, they had shelter, they had things taken care of. But in her mind, she feels loss. She feels his absence. Now, I want to tell you guys something. I'm going to run this back again from the top. And then I want to talk to you. Look, I'm going to talk to you about my own situation that is very similar to this. I've never told this story before on live on the internet, but I'm going to tell it now because this is what it's all about: healing and helping. And I'm hoping that somebody's going to watch this show and call their kids. I'm hoping there's a man that's going to watch this show and engage his family in a better way because he watched this show. All right, let's take it.
That's why I want you to, you need to picture that. My life was really at my job most of the time. I worked hella hours, 10 and 12 hour days until you became 18 years old.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that means something.
No. You weren't there for graduation. You weren't there for dances, for prom. I feel like it's completely missing out on my life.
But I was chasing happiness too for myself. That's what I got caught up in.
So you got what you accomplished. You feel okay? No.
No, because the reason
Because I'm off child support.
No, the reason
Let's take a shot today.
No.
All right, so hold on a second. So let me ask the question, you know, and there are many men who are in this situation. Can you chase happiness and be a good father at the same time? I'm going to say yes. Yes, you can. But there are certain things that you're going to have to sacrifice to chase happiness and to be a good father. There's some things that you're not going to be able to do. I heard a guy. I heard a guy online just last night talking about he had an opportunity to go on tour, right? He had an opportunity to make some good money on tour, but he looked at the tour and he looked at his son and he said, "My son is just a few years from being grown. If I take this tour, it's going to take me away from these children, and I'm going to miss some of the most important years of their life. I have to make a decision." This is not easy. Listen. I know some of y'all think, well, that should be easy. That should be simple. I'm telling you, manhood is not simple and it's not easy, right? Because what would he be doing if he did go on tour? He gonna make money, right? What do they need back at the house? They need money. But at the same time, they need presents. Not the kind that goes under the Christmas tree, but the kind that comes into their lives. Let's keep going on this.
That's bullshit. I feel like coming here and getting his side and hearing his truth is just kind of like a letdown for me.
So listen to this, guys, and if there's some guys that's listening to this, pay attention to what I'm saying here. Sometimes there's no compensation for your absence. There is nothing that you can say that can compensate for your absence. There's no excuses that you can make. There's no reasons. If you're not there, guess what? You're not there. And if you're not there, nothing you say is going to be good enough, except I'm sorry I wasn't there. That's literally the only acceptable thing that anybody wants to hear. And even with that, what can you do with that? Can't do nothing with sorry. Can't do nothing with sorry. Let's go.
Even though I don't like see you physically like we doing now, I'm strolling through Instagram and then I see a picture of you. I'm like, oh, okay, she doing all right. I'm
You know what? And this happens in real life. This happens in real life where there are some people who sit and watch your picture and decide whether you're doing all right or not. Social media has deceived us into thinking that, well, if they show up on social media, they must be okay. And he see her in those pretty pictures. He say, oh, well, she's doing great. Meanwhile, she's missing her father. Let's keep going.
I don't even have to communicate with her. Damn, so that's why I want you.
My man said, I don't even have to communicate with her. Isn't that crazy? That is wild. I got another one, you guys, that I want to share. Another video about this. But before I drop that video, I want to tell you a little bit about my own experience. And I do this because I want this show to do something that that was done for me. All right. So I was in college, right? I had already had a baby and I was living in a different state than the child's mother. And I remember there was something something had happened with the child support. And I know that I wasn't paying at that time. Right. At a different time, I started paying and she wasn't getting it and all kinds of stuff going from state to state. It was a lot different back then. Right. And I can remember watching this show. I remember this show. I was watching the Ricky Lake show. I'm telling my age right now. You got to be a certain age to know about Ricky Lake. The Ricky Lake show. And she had a segment on talking about deadbeat fathers and fathers who are not in their child's lives or not paying or not something, not just not being present in some kind of way, showing up as a father. And I remember watching that show and I was like, man, that's me. I was like, but I didn't have a lot of money. I was, a college student. But guess what? The child still had to live. Child still has to eat. And so I sat there and watched that show. And in my heart, I said, you know what? You're not being the man you're supposed to be. You're not being the man you're supposed to be. Go call probation and give them your job info and hook that child support up. Now, they never actually did. Eventually, I ended up going to court and finding out that my money wasn't arriving, even though I was paying it. But at the same time, I could say when I ended up going to court and they saw that in their records, they didn't have any record of my money, I could say for 100% certainty that the money was coming out of my check. Why? Because I called down there and hooked it up myself. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of men who want to be in their child's life, but sometimes they don't know how. Sometimes the woman that they're with impacts that. Why? Because you're sending money outside the house. That's a thing. That's a real thing. And I'm telling you, this is something that men deal with. So men, you know what? If you lay down, you got to get up. If you lay down, you got to stand up and take care of your child. Let's check out this next video, you guys. I got another one I want you to see. Check out this video. All right, hold on. Here we go.
But I'm sure your child's mother has already told you to step up. So rather than talking to the deadbeat baby daddies, we're going to talk to the mothers, the moms who play mom and dad. This video is for you. One thing I want you to stop doing in 2022 is stop saying you don't need his child support, because I know you don't need his child support, but the kids do.
Okay, well, hold on. So that's for the women. All right, but I want to take this from the top. Listen, I know you might not want to hear it, but you need to hear it. This is for the fellas and for the ladies. I want you to watch it, take it in, and do what you need to do.
I'm a Texas attorney, so anything that I discuss on this TikTok only applies to Texas, except for today. It applies to everybody. It applies to everybody in California, Kansas, Kentucky, wherever you are, because today we're going to talk about the deadbeat baby daddies, okay? And I know, I got to tell you guys what a deadbeat baby daddy is, okay? So a deadbeat baby daddy is a father who provided his sperm to make a child, but then he abandoned the child. A deadbeat baby daddy is a daddy who has a new wife or a new girlfriend and takes care of the new wife and the new girlfriend's children, but doesn't take care of his own. Ooh. A baby daddy, AKA a sperm donor, I have no words for you. I would tell you to step up, but I'm sure your child's mother has already told you to step up. So rather than talking to the deadbeat baby daddies, we're going to talk to the mothers, the moms who play mom and dad. This video is for you.
All right. So let me stop her for a minute. So this is for the mom, for the dad. So for that first part, now you might think, oh, well, he's heard it before, but I'm telling you, sometimes a guy needs to hear it differently. Believe it or not, sometimes a guy needs to hear it differently, because sometimes a guy might feel like, you know what? Nobody understands my situation. Nobody understands the fluctuation in my job. Nobody understands what I have to go through back at the house. Nobody understands the awkward feeling of coming back into my child's life, to stand at that door and knock on that door, knowing that you've been away, knowing that there's been distance. Nobody understands that. And you know what? I want to tell you, I understand that, but you still got to do it. I understand it. I understand all of that, but you still have to do it. Why? Because when that child is an adult sitting at that table where Ari Fletcher was, you want to be able to say that you did your job. You want to be able to say you did all you could do to give her a good life. Let's go.
One thing I want you to stop doing in 2022 is stop saying you don't need his child support, because I know you don't need his child support, but the kids do. And so let's talk about how you can take that child support money and start a college fund, save up for a car, start your kids a business. I mean, even you can take the child support money and pay for the Pee-wee fees because you're junior playing football and Lou is on the cheerleading team. You can buy her uniforms. There's so many different things that you can do with that child support check. One thing you can't do is you cannot make a man be there who does not want to be there. So you hit him in his pockets because you did not create that baby alone. Okay. And I know y'all about to say, I got child support and he not paying. So it's time for you to file an enforcement. Because if he's not paying his child support and he's thousands of dollars behind on his child support, it's time for you to get their driver's license suspended. It's time for you to get the passport suspended. Because I know he went to Mexico last week and ain't paid you a dime. And he needed a passport to get to Mexico. So we're going to suspend that passport. Okay, we're going to suspend that barber's license because he's making that money and he's taking it home to the new wife, or he's taking it out to the streets with his friends and he ain't gave a penny to buy Junior some cleats for the football team. Okay, so in 2022, ladies, it's time to level up. It's time to do what you need to do to put your children in a better position, and they're going to thank you in the long run.
You got to give it to her. Is she right or wrong? Look, I need y'all to drop your comments in there. Is she right or wrong? Is this lady telling the truth or not? Drop your comment in there to let me know what you think. I need y'all to hit the like button, hit the like button. We need everybody to hit the like button on this. I got one more that I want to share with you guys, but it's very true. It's very true. We got money for everything else we need. When that new Madden game come out, people be in line. When them new Jordans come out, people be in line. So if you got money for all that, and like she said, there's a lot of cats flying out, doing passport bro stuff. You got money for passport bros. You got money to take care of your child. Check out this last one right here, and we're gonna talk it up. This one right here. So this is the conversation that you're going to end up having to have with your son if you are not in his life.
Yo, watch your mouth talking about my mom.
All right, hold on, and I apologize in advance for the language, but here we go.
You want to know the truth, boy? What's up? Being with your mama was the worst mistake I ever made in my life. You better chill the fuck out talking about my mom like that. You better back up. Take that bass out your voice. What's up, man? I ain't scared of your mom ass. Hey, you don't know me, bitch. You touching Lou. I didn't come here to be disrespected. You ain't earned no respect. You the one that came looking for me. Remember, I had him? Would you have showed up? Excuse my language, that's my hang up on how should I. That's right. I didn't think so. I was trying to get on my feet. Here you go. Still lying. You're being unfair now, son. Don't you ever fucking call me son in your life! You ain't earned that shit! Think you can walk up in here and make all those years of lies disappear? You crazy? That's why I'm trying to start over and rebuild what we had, you know? I'm trying to place the blame on my mom for what you did? Now I got a better idea. How about you take your fucking bum ass and get the fuck up out of here? I don't ever want to see you again. You go find a dish and you fucking lay in it. Cause I don't need you. Bitch ass nigga.
Oh, he's just a boy.
Yo.
All right. He's just a boy. But what he is a young man in pain. Fellas, if this is you and you have to have the conversation with your son, don't disrespect his mother because she was there and you wasn't. Don't talk down about the man's mother who gave him what he needed to become who he is. You come through humble. You come through with a contrite heart. respectful and respecting the young man that you see in front of him. See that young guy? That young man is in pain. That's hurt. And when he said he never wants to see you again, he might be true. That might be true for him for right now. But you always leave the door open for the possibility of the future, because there may be something that comes across back in his life, and he'll think to himself, I know I don't have anybody else. And he'll think to you and say, you know what? When you're ready, son, when you want to engage me, I want to let you know you can come back to me and we can heal this relationship when you're ready. Maybe he'll never be ready, but at least you put yourself in the position as his father finally, because for the rest of his life, you're always going to be his father, which means there's always a chance for healing. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the like button on your way out of here. And we'll see you next time. Peace.